Hello and welcome back to the Eyes of Old Gaming channel. Thank you for checking out this video. Today I have a new review showcase for you. This one is a little bit different than my typical older game reviews. For this review we are taking a look at an add-on expansion rather than a full release game. I will still follow the same similar format as my usual reviews, avoiding spoilers as much as possible and trying to remain objective throughout the first portion of the video. As usual, I'm not going to give a number rating. For example, 3 stars or 8 out of 10 or something like that, as I find all of this style of rating completely arbitrary when looking at a subjective product like video games. This way you can make up your own mind as to whether or not this is worth it for you to pick up for yourself. Stay on until the final part of the video to hear my own opinion of the game, if I enjoyed it personally, and if I would recommend picking it up. The main difference from full reviews is that I will leave out a few things such as game comparisons, as this will be covered in the main game review. Once the full game video is uploaded, I will make sure there are links in the description or on the screen depending on where you're watching this. With that out of the way, let's move on to the review. The only good bug is a dead bug.
Everyone's doing their part. Are you?
Today we are looking at Far Cry Sci-Fi, in this look at Far Cry 5's add-on Lost on Mars. This game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft, releasing in 2018. This is the second of 3 Far Cry 5 add-on DLC packs that we're going to be taking a look at. So what exactly is Lost on Mars, and is it worth it? Does the Far Cry system translate well into a sci-fi game set on another planet? We're going to take a look at this one together to see if it has held up and if it's still worth it for a first-time player, while answering the more important question, is this one worth it for you? So as you can expect from the title, this game takes place entirely on the planet Mars. After an intro cinematic to set the tone for the game, you end up on the Red Planet where you will be required to undertake a variety of missions. This one follows a standard Far Cry experience more closely than Hours of Darkness did. If you want to see that review, there is links in the description or on the screen depending on where you're watching this. The reason I say this one more resembles a typical Far Cry experience is that the general concept is to travel around hostile territory and clear a world map. The hostiles that you'll be encountering this time around are a race of arachnoid aliens. While playing this game, all I could think about is how much I really want a good, modern Starship Troopers game. A neat connection to the main Far Cry 5 experience is that you'll be playing through this one as one of your old companions, Nick Rye, and fighting alongside Herc as you fight through the hordes of alien spiders. Mechanically, it is mostly similar to Far Cry 5 with some unique abilities thrown in to keep it interesting. The gravity is less on Mars, so your jumps will be noticeably higher. Modifications to your spacesuit will be acquired as you play through, giving you the ability to jet around or use a Martian variation of the wingsuit. Guns are, of course, sci-fi lasers and energy projectile weapons. Many of these will be quite devastating, though they do mostly fall into traditional categories of automatic rifle, shotgun, etc. They'll also incorporate unique properties, meaning they will have a unique feel all of their own. Clearing the map typically requires you to do the most Ubisoft style of gameplay mechanic, that being liberating towers. Yes, the tower map unlock system has returned for this one, but the difference being that you will be required to first collect energy cores in order to power them. Graphics are pretty good overall, with the same quality level as Far Cry 5 and Hours of Darkness being applied to this one. One obvious difference is that the landscape featured will be quite unique as we are on a different planet for this one. That being said, after traveling around for a bit, the landscape will all start to look very much the same. Basically just rusty colored mountains and sand with sci-fi installations dotted around.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
There are a couple of notable exceptions to add some variety, but for the most part the environment will be pretty uniform throughout. The enemies you encounter will also become very repetitive, as there are only a handful of variations throughout the campaign. In terms of other features that separate this from other Far Cry experiences, we have the obvious, which is location, taking place on Mars, with the unique gravity, landscape, and enemy NPCs that go along with that. Having the jetpack is also a really cool addition, and it works really well for the game that it's been built for, and I preferred using it over the grappling hook that has been used in recent Far Cry games. However, it really only works in this system, and I think it would kill a lot of gameplay if implemented in a standard Far Cry experience. Weapons are purchased or more accurately printed at various locations. The currency being much more simplified in this go-around, being collected from downed enemies or barrels which are scattered all over the world. You can then turn in this currency at a 3D printing location for weapons, one-time use items, or select upgrades. Weapons will be unlocked as you progress through the story, however you still need to actually purchase them with the required currency. Aside from that, as much as this might seem like an exotic concept for a Far Cry experience, it ends up being really quite conventional, with pretty standard Far Cry style objectives such as liberating towers, expanding your influence on the map, and even the hallucinogenic sequences.
Wait, man, stay off that dirt! Ready? I thought my days of climbing shit was over after I left Kyrat, but here we are, man. It's working!
So did I enjoy this one? It was okay. Not as good as Hours of Darkness, though I did find it to be much longer. I'm not sure if the map is much bigger than Hours of Darkness, but the way that you get around and the objectives certainly go a long way to making it feel much larger. I spent at least 2 to 3 times as long on this one as I did the Hours of Darkness add-on, however I felt that the actual gameplay was much less developed and rewarding. Really, it felt pretty generic by comparison, and I was slightly let down by this one. Overall, I'd say it's a very interesting idea, and it's fun as a bonus DLC, but not quite as interesting or as fun as Hours of Darkness. Throughout the game, you're going to have Herc as a constant companion, giving his dialogue, which is also a matter of taste, whether you'll enjoy that or not. Some people are going to find him to be funny or charming, whereas others will find his corny lines and personality annoying. Either way, you don't get much choice, as he'll be with you the whole way through. So I hope you enjoyed this look at Far Cry 5's add-on Lost on Mars. Have you played through this DLC already? What were your thoughts on it, and did you agree or disagree with my opinion? I'd love to hear your takes on this down in the comments. Please also consider giving me a like on the video if you found it to be entertaining or informative at all. I also really do appreciate if you consider subscribing to the channel. I upload a variety of gaming content and would be thrilled to have you join the community and help direct the future of the channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today, and until next time, take care.
This is Nick Rye here.
Hola, amigo. It's Herc. What you up to?
Yeah, I'm running some errands for the wife and kiddo.
Cool. No doubt. So listen, man. Remember that time a couple years back we got hammered on party liquor at Spread Eagle? And I made you promise that if I was ever seduced by a super hot, super intelligent being of dubious moral standing who whisked me away to an exotic land, well, that you'd come and help a brother out.
Vaguely.
Well, bro, sis, you better buckle up because that time has arrived.
Oh, shit! Herc, I really don't have time for this.
But dude, you made a promise. Do you even know what a promise is? That's like a sacred pact, man. That no
Hey,
man or
shit!
woman
Come on, get you stupid cow. Herc, look, can whatever you need wait until tomorrow?
I'm gonna go with the big N-O on that, compadre, because this is one of them life or death things that I sometimes get myself into through no fault of my own.
All right, fine. I'll help. Where do you need me to go?
Well, it's a little far. Don't worry. I can get you here in a jiffy.
What the fuck does that mean? Herc? What the?
Look, just hold on and try not to vomit. Oh, and if you got a six-pack on you, go grab it now.
Hurt! What the hell is going on? Oh, no. Whatever you're doing, stop! Fuck this! What the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me! No!
Chamber stability critical. System stability critical.